The wind howled through the dry canyon, dragging sand and secrets with it. For 10 long years, rancher Caleb Morgan had lived alone. No wife, no children, no laughter. Only the sound of creaking fences and lonely horses kept him company. He'd lost everything during the Apache wars, his family, his neighbors, even his will to smile. But life has a way of surprising even the most broken souls. One morning, Caleb rode into a nearby trading post with a single cow, old but strong. He wanted salt, coffee, and maybe a few tools. But when he got there, something strange was happening. A group of settlers stood in a circle, whispering and staring at a young Apache girl, barely 20, barefoot, her wrists bound with rope. The trader barked, "Anyone want her? She's free, just take her off my hands. The sheriff says she's not our problem." Caleb's heart tightened. He'd seen too much cruelty, too much hate. But before he could walk away, someone laughed. "Give us one of your cows, old man. You can take her with you. She cook, clean, maybe keep you warm at night." The crowd roared. Caleb looked at the trembling girl. Her dark eyes met his, proud, defiant, yet frightened. Something inside him cracked. Without saying a word, he dropped the rope tied to his cow. "Take it," he said, "and unbind her." The trader chuckled. "For a cow? You're crazy, Morgan." Caleb didn't reply. He simply reached for the girl's hands and cut the ropes loose. That night, the Apache girl sat by the fire in his cabin, silent and cautious. Caleb poured her a cup of hot coffee. She didn't drink. "What's your name?" he asked. No reply. Only the crackle of fire. After a while, she whispered something soft, almost like a prayer. "Tayan." Caleb nodded. "You're safe here, Tayan. Nobody's gonna hurt you." She stared at him with distrust. "Why? You trade cow for me?" He thought for a moment, then said quietly, "Because a man's worth ain't measured by what he keeps, but by what he can still give." Days turned into weeks. Tayan helped him feed the horses, repair the fences, and cook meals. She hardly spoke, but her silence wasn't cold. It was healing. The land that once felt dead began to breathe again. One evening, a storm rolled across the plains. Caleb found Tayan outside, gathering firewood. Lightning flashed, and she froze. The crack of thunder made her drop the logs and fall to her knees, covering her ears. Caleb rushed to her. She was shaking, whispering in Apache. "They burn, they scream." He realized she was remembering something, maybe her village, her family. He gently wrapped his coat around her. "It's over, Tayan. You're safe now." She looked up at him with tears in her eyes. "You? Different from others." He smiled faintly. "Maybe because I've seen the same pain." Weeks passed. Caleb noticed how she hummed while tending the horses, how she smiled faintly when the wind brushed through her hair. She began to speak more English, to trust more. Then one night, under a sky filled with stars, Tayan asked, "You live alone, long time?" "Yes," Caleb replied softly. "Too long." She looked at him for a long moment, then whispered, "Not anymore." But peace in the Wild West never lasted long. One morning, a group of men rode up, bounty hunters. "That Apache girl, she escaped from military custody," the leader snarled. "Hand her over, or we'll burn your ranch." Caleb stepped forward, rifle in hand. "She's under my protection." The man laughed. "You'd risk your life for a savage." Caleb's eyes burned like fire. "No, I'd risk it for a human being." The standoff was deadly quiet. Then shots rang out. Dust, horses, chaos. Caleb fired twice, driving them off. But one bullet grazed his shoulder. Tayan ran to him, pressing a cloth to his wound. "Why you do this?" she cried. Because. You gave me a reason to live again, he whispered, before passing out. When he woke, Taeon was sitting beside him, holding his hand. The storm outside had passed, and morning light filled the cabin. You saved me, he said weakly. She smiled. We save each other. Months later, the ranch was alive. Again laughter, songs, and even the smell of bread in the oven. Caleb built a new corral, and Taeon planted wildflowers near the porch. One evening, as the sun dipped low, Caleb looked at her and said quietly, I gave up a cow that day, but I gained a whole new life. Taeon laughed softly, touching his hand. And I found a home I never thought I'd have. The wind carried their laughter across the plains. Two souls once lost, now found, in a world that had almost forgotten kindness.